Moving on now to Governor Ron DeSantis' presidential bid. It's just about 6 weeks now since he made his intentions officially known.
CBS News Miami's Jim DeFede has been closely following the governor's run for the White House.
And Jim joins us now. Jim, bring us up to date on where things stand with his campaign.
So he's sort of stuck right now. He hasn't gained any real traction since announcing, as you said, 6 weeks ago. You know, if you think about it, think of the high that he was riding after winning by a 19-point victory in Florida in November. Everyone was dubbing him the only person who could truly challenge Donald Trump. And yet here we are, and if anything, his standing in the polls has gone down. His critics will say that the more voters get to know Ron DeSantis, the more they dislike him. I also think, Bo, a big part of it is really more that the Republican Party is the party of Donald Trump, and that as long as Donald Trump is in the race, there's not room for any other candidates. But it's not over for Ron DeSantis, and I don't think that anyone who wants to write his political obituary is doing any real justice to the public by saying that. He still has a great deal of money, and the campaign is really focused, from the people I talk to, on trying to get on that debate stage, trying to draw real serious, differences between himself and Donald Trump on issues of policy. The problem is his campaign so far has not been based on policy, but on social culture war issues like that crazy, homophobic video that his campaign put out.
All right, Jim, you mentioned as long as Trump remains in the race, it seems like he's going to be the front runner. But I mean, with all the things swirling around Trump and the indictments and arraignments, talk about how that might change the scope of this campaign moving forward.
Yeah, well, one thing that's for certain is because Donald Trump is facing the problems that he's facing and potentially new indictments in the coming weeks and months, this is an issue for where will the Republicans stay with him? Right now, there are no signs that anyone is planning on defecting from Donald Trump, and so that's the problem that Ron DeSantis has. Now, the only thing that could happen next that would be a wild card is if somebody else gets in the race, like a Glenn Youngkin, the governor of Virginia. That could be the alternative to Donald Trump, but we'll have to wait and see. It's still a long way away.
Long way away, and it's already a packed field, so we'll see what happens. Jim DeFede joining us live tonight. Thank you very much, Jim.